Rob, stop. The world, no. The universe is at stake.
What in the name of John Wayne's asshole is going on?
You are the key to saving humanity.
Well, you kind of caught me on a bad day. I got a lot of work to do. I'll tell you what, hit me up after the holidays, okay? Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. As always, I am Robert Storms. If you're finding me for the very first time, please do me a big favor. Hit the like in this video and subscribe to the channel. That way you guys can stay up to date on all future content on the channel. So, Crisis on Infinite Earth, the big 5-part CW event. Part 1, what did I think? Yeah, that's pretty much what I felt. Look, the episode itself was fine. We started off really good. Like, we had a lot of references to previous DC properties like Titan. Yeah, so all that was really cool. And then the story started going together. And I do realize this is part 1 of a 5-part series. But to me, I just didn't feel like the real weight of what was going on. Now, full disclosure, I haven't watched any of the CW shows this year. Like, I usually catch up at the end of the year, and I just binge through all of them. So I'm caught up from last season. I just haven't seen any of the episodes from this year. So I don't know how much of this season is important to know what's going on in this crossover event, because I haven't watched anything from this season. Like, there's this big thing that happens at the end of this episode, and I'm just gonna, spoiler warning, guys. Oliver dies, which I think we all pretty much assumed he was gonna die anyway, but for some reason I wasn't emotionally attached to it. It was like, oh, Oliver died. For some reason it didn't resonate with me. Like, even the actors on screen didn't look like they were too heartbroken about it. Like, yeah, there was a couple tears going down the eyes, but no one was really like, you would assume Barry would be the most heartbroken out of all of them, and Barry just sitting there almost like the Tobey Maguire tear coming down his eye, not really heartbroken about it. Granted, all the universes are collapsing, so he might have a little bit more on his mind at the time, but I'm just saying, like, I didn't feel the emotional attachment to this, and I'm hoping it gets better in the next couple episodes, because I've seen the preview for part 2 and it looks really good, so I'm hoping part 2 is going to be much better. But this one was pretty straightforward. If you've seen the other crossover events, it's pretty much the same thing. It's like, oh my god, there's this threat, we need to guard this, we need to stop this. Oh, everybody come together. Oh, how have you been this past year? Oh, I've been great. Oh, that's awesome. So, like, Carl, like, how's it been going on your Earth? Well, I got pants now. So that's pretty much what I felt like this episode was. It was just like the catch-up episode. It's like, here's the plot. All the universes are collapsing and being destroyed. Your universe, we have to save the universe. The Monitor comes and grabs this person. The Monitor brings that person here. Oliver dies. We have a little bit of tears in the eyes, and we just kind of disregard it, and we go on to the next part. So I'm not criticizing the episode, because I do realize they got a lot of stuff they have to cram into 5 parts, and I know they can't do everything in just one part, but I was hoping that Oliver would pass, maybe episode 3, part 3 of this crossover event. That way, the people who are just tuning in for the crossover has a little time with Oliver and kind of get to feel his struggles. Because like I said, I left off at the end of last season. I haven't watched anything of this season, so I don't know what the hell Oliver's been going through this past season. So when he passed away, I'm just like, well, Oliver died, so when do we get to see Brendan Routh as Superman? Anybody? Okay, still gotta wait for that? Sure. That was sort of my mindset as I was watching this, not trying to be cynical at any means. I do think the episode was fun to watch. It was a good episode, but I just felt like it was pretty cookie cutter stuff that we've seen in other crossover events. They all come together, there's references, and they're all just saying hi, kumbaya. They gotta stop this cataclysmic event, and Oliver dies. So to me, that's what this episode was. I have no doubt that in the next 4 parts is going to pick up, and they're gonna leave off on a big cliffhanger at the end of part 3. That way they can have the climax when it comes back from the winter break, which I hate the fact that they're taking a winter break and leaving us off like that. But I'm hoping in part 2 and part 3 is going to be a much better experience. But overall, pretty solid episode. If you watch any of the other CW crossover events, it's pretty much the same thing. But anyway, guys, that's just my thoughts on it. I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that is my opinion.